week's Impact was not bad. It wasn't a bad show at all. I actually enjoyed most of it. Some things were not completed. Knowing that some things about certain wrestlers are not going to be there anymore did upset me a little bit because of the situation with them. But other than that, the show was actually good until the one glaring thing that freaking pissed me off to the point where I wanted to pull out what little hair I have left in my head. I was so mad, but I will get to that last. Let's go through the entire thing here. We got a tag team match. Ishimori and Matt Sidell versus the former Zane, who's now known as Rafu. If I'm pronouncing his name correctly, I'm bad at first. And Phantasma. Now, I have to say that Rafu, I believe his name is Raju. He went from being Zane because the name they gave him at, Global Forge, he decided, or they said, you know what, Zane sucks, use another name. I wish someone kept the name Zane, you know. But anyway, it was good to see that he took another name. That may give him some more traction. Maybe it was his actual indie name instead of Zane being the name that Global Forge gave him. That's what I'm guessing. It was a good match. You got 3 champions. You got a champion from AAA. You got a champion who is the current X Division champion, Ishimori, and the Matt Sidell champion of the championship that if they don't do something with, it will be the champion no one's going to care about. In a grand championship. The Impact Grand Championship, I mean. In the end, Ishimori and Matt Sidell win. They had a nice, Matt Sidell had a nice talk in the back with Ishimori by his side. Cool. I'm alright with it. The thing I still believe needs to be done is this. Whoever this spiritual advisor for Matt Sidell is, I hope they do bring him in eventually because he's talking about this person a lot. Either it's a male or a female, I don't care. I want to see this person eventually because it actually makes sense. Whoever has inspired him spiritually should come out and show themselves. Not saying they'll turn Matt Sidell dark, but it will be a better and more enriching experience with Matt Sidell. I also wish that Ishimori would have something more. I know if he's not talking English, he mainly talks Japanese, I understand. There's going to be some type of language barrier. You could use subtitles. There's nothing wrong with that, ladies and gentlemen. If they're pre-taping this, you can do subtitles for Ishimori. Or you can have someone who can translate for him. I would like to see that for him because if he is currently working for Pro Wrestling Noah and he is going back and forth because of the tapings and this guy does seem to have some level of charisma, wouldn't it be better to give him someone as a mouthpiece so he can really get over for the American and Canadian crowds? Don't you think it would be good? I'm just saying. I'm going to go for the lovely ladies. Kira. I said Kylie, I'm sorry. Kira Zane. No, why am I saying Kira Zane? Because I don't want to lose. It upsets me that the guy who was using the name I use on my channel, Zane. You guys know that's not my real name, but Zane means something to me. And he made me very happy that he was using it. Now he's not using it anymore, and I kind of don't want to lose that, but Kira Hogan versus Law Van Ness for the Knockouts Global Championship. It was nice to see Kira. She's gorgeous. Law Van Ness is still crazy. No problem. In the end, it was a okay match. But, and I do say this but, because Kira was given this opportunity, and there's a good possibility we're not going to see her again, is upsetting. Now, I'm hoping I'm wrong, and she will be on the main roster's tapings for quite a while now. Because we need variation, and not because she has a great ass. I have seen Kira Hogan on Reality of Wrestling. She did at least 2 or 3 tapings there with Booker T's promotion, and actually she was a good wrestler. She also has a good character, at least when she was on Reality of Wrestling. I think it was 158. I saw her on 150. It was a while ago when I watched Reality Wrestling. But in the end, she has the ability to really do something great. I'm just hoping that she's on the roster. And this isn't a 2-time thing and we don't see her anymore. Now, Anaya the Huntress versus Amber Nova. It's upsetting. Knowing that she's not going to be there after a certain amount of time because she wasn't willing to play ball, or I don't know the full story. People say she didn't want to play ball. Maybe there was some situation where Impact Wrestling former management made it more difficult for her to actually believe she would get any type of traction as a performer. That has happened. So in some cases you could say, well, she did the right thing instead of letting her character look like shit. Other cases, maybe she just didn't want to play ball because she is a wrestler, and many wrestlers have a certain ego and a certain cred they want to keep. And they're not going to want to ruin their cred on a promotion that looks like it's a major one, but they make her look like shit. That is also there. And sometimes you need to look like shit to really get somewhere. Some people are not willing to do that. Some people are. So I'm not going to say that she is stupid or that she made the wise thing to do. This is the best that I can say. But it's upsetting to know that who knows how many tapings they actually managed to get with her before it was over. Now the match was good. I gotta say this about Anaya. I don't know if she's Native American. I believe she is. Just like Kansas Michelle. Gorgeous. I believe them both Native, possibly Native Americans. Or at least half Native American in their heritage. Anaya is a gorgeous woman. But in this case, I felt that Anaya might have made a bit of a mistake. She has beautiful breasts. They look good. They look delicious. And they look like they're about to spill right out of her top. I'm not saying that she's an exhibitionist. She could be a very conservative person in real life. But I think maybe she was a little bit too flamboyant with her breath. Because they were like, whoop, you can see it in my face. How big those titties are. And they look delicious. I'm not going to say no. Any woman who loves women is going to say, oh, I love them. A man is going to say, I love them. But if you're trying to reach a certain persona, it kind of goes with it, but then it kind of doesn't. You want to show how tough you are. You don't want to show how slutty you could be. Not saying she's being slutty in this, but you get my point. Now, she won the match, which kind of was a little too long for her. Honestly, it was. In Law of Vanessa's with, excuse me, I still got a problem. With Law of Vanessa and Kira's match, it wasn't that bad. It was long enough that it worked. But in this one, it felt too long. But when it was over, she gets attacked by Rosemary. Rosemary comes out, and Rosemary's not much different. She's showing some titty. And I love me to Rosemary. I don't care if Rosemary's breasts are B cups. They could be B's. But they look like some big, beautiful bees to me. I'm just saying that sometimes you need to be a little conservative in the ring. Specifically, if you cut them too short, something could pop out. There's no way something couldn't. I just don't want to see them get embarrassed because of a right clothesline across a boob and the boob pop out. Now, most people say, well, dude, that would be great. Someone will see it. But I don't want to see them get embarrassed like that. They're professional wrestlers. I don't care if they're women. They may have breasts and a vagina compared to a dick on a guy. But I want to see them respected. I don't want to see something like that happen to them. Honestly, that's just me. Doesn't mean I wouldn't like it, but that's just me. Now, OVE and their Cam went after Lashley and beat the living crap out of Lashley. I guess the reason I'm botching is I don't understand why. Why? Why would they do this? OVE has no real reason to go after Lashley. It just feels like this is kind of forced. And it doesn't really make much sense. He has no championship. He just came back to Impact. He's now going to be doing Impact and MMA. It doesn't really give anything to OVE. It would be better if they ended the match with LAX and then went after the titles, and then it was over with them like that. It doesn't really make any sense to go after Lashley. It just doesn't. Now, I just said LAX. The Cult of Trevor goes up against Tech from, I think, Florida. The match was a little too long. And the Cult of Lee. Trevor Lee's cult with the beards going on. I can't grow a beard. I grow a lot of hair here and some hair here. I will never grow a beard. Even a mustache will look bad on me. These guys look grizzled. That's why I brought it up. They're just grizzled. And it actually goes with the character of a cult. Of Lee. They're a cult. They want to show that they have this certain persona of, we will do whatever we want. And I follow the cultists of Lee. Trevor Lee is my Lord and Savior, and I will follow Lee. That makes sense. And that was in my face. But in the end, LAX shows himself. And I got to say this. I will say this. I hate LAX as it is. You guys know I said it every time, every moment, every single second since LAX has become irrelevant to me. But I can't deny that this segment actually worked with Conan. Talking for homicide, talking for I forgot the names already because it still angers me. About Ortiz and Santana. There you go, now I remember because I had to force myself to remember because I still can't stand Conan as the leader and Ortiz and Santana still don't talk. How long has it been? Tell me, anyone, have you ever seen Ortiz and Santana talk in the ring? And if you have, how many years has it been since you last saw them? Because it's frustrating to me. But this segment worked. It actually made sense. LAX was insulted. They let them know. They played the music and actually kind of freaked out the cult of Lee. But let's be honest. The cult of Lee should not be so easily freaked. He is a cultist. And the person that should be freaking out is Trevor Lee. It should be Connolly. He should be the one that's freaking out. And then Trevor has to calm him down and say, we got this. That would have been a better segment on their side of the cult of Lee. But when it came to LAX, it made sense. Now, almost forgot. I didn't say anything about Allie. Mostly due to the fact that we're not focusing on that. Because when it comes to Allie, that big card she had when she was with Kira saying next week her secret admirer or someone is going to be there, that is where the focus is now. Because let's be honest, when it comes to Allie, she shouldn't have got that card. Because if she's going after the Knockouts title, she doesn't need this side story going on of having a big card and a secret admirer. That means she's being taken away from this match. Well, the match with Law of Ness is going to happen. I doubt they're going to keep it long if this side thing is going to go on unless it means something good for her. I just don't see it. Now, James Jacob with Congo Kong saying simply, we tried to give it to you nicely. We tried to get you to come out friendly-like. We're not going to do it anymore. We're going to force you to bring out the Abyss to Joseph Park. You know what I see? A lost opportunity. What lost opportunity you say? Congo Kong and Abyss as a destructive tag team. Let's be honest. When was the last time you saw two monsters tag up and totally destroy a division? You could say the Bludgeon Brothers. They're the best ones right now. You can say the Authors of Pain. That's the best team I can see on NXT. On SmackDown Live, it's the Bludgeon Brothers. On Raw, there is nobody. The Bar is cool, but they're no match for the Bludgeon Brothers or the Authors of Pain. And we need someone like that on Impact. Why can't we have that with the tag titles given to them and they go to Wrestling Noah, they go to Crash Wrestling, they go to AAA, and they destroy every tag team there is. They don't even need to go after the titles from each individual promotion. Give Congo Kong and the Abyss this run. Let them go through the other promotions and show that Global Force Wrestling is the dominant promotion. That's what I feel would be better than Congo Kong versus the Abyss. Put Congo Kong and Abyss together. Now, unless it's going to end up like that, then I'm all for it because James Jacob would be a good direction for both of them. But if not, I don't care. And it doesn't mean I hate what will happen. I just don't care to see them separate. Put them together. Now, if I'm forgetting anything, I'm sorry. Final match of the night, a fatal 4-way, which was actually very good. Went outside, went inside. EC3 with Alberto El Patron, with Moose, and with Johnny. I'll say the match was good. They tried to spotlight Moose a lot. But I will say this, seeing that Johnny was the one to win, I don't know how to feel. Because unless Eli Drake is going to get the title back, putting Johnny Impact against the triple, well, not the triple, Austin Aries Advance, maybe that might be the better way, Double A, Austin Aries, the greatest man that ever lived, sounds on paper incredible. You got two very good high flyers. Austin Aries is very good high flyer and a very good submissionist. Then you got Johnny, who is clearly a very good high flyer with great parkour skills. On top of that, it sounds like on paper it's going to be an amazing thing. But I don't know if it'll work. Sometimes if you have too much of a good thing, it can go wrong. So I can't say this will work, but I can't say it won't work. I'm just nervous about it. I had to say it. Now, if I forgot anything, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry due to the fact of why I just... I gotta prepare myself. In the middle of this show, we had a Global Force Network video of Austin Aries and Bobby Roode. No problem. You expected to be alright. Both of them were great wrestlers to each other. They had great chemistry. You would expect this would be maybe 5 minutes. 3 minutes at the most. They showed 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. Go up to 3 minutes. You go, well, this is a really good match. Shame that these guys aren't there. Go up to 5 minutes. You're reminded how good they used to be part of TNA. And you think, well, yeah, they're not there, but it's okay. 10 minutes. You go, what the fuck is going on here? This is a long video segment. Why are they going there? And when it's over, with the cheering, and Taz and Mike Tenay having their moment, if I'm remembering correctly, Taz and Mike Tenay was that commentary team at that time. It was almost 17 fucking minutes. I got them in my face. Now I'm taking it away. I am angry. You're telling me, I don't care who is the one who decided this. Was it Anthem's executives or the people who are running the network, or it actually is the new guys who are running Impact Wrestling. Keep forgetting their names. I'm sorry. I'm bad with names. I don't care who did this. Why in the bluest of blue fuck would you devote 17 freaking minutes of precious airtime that you put on Pop TV and Anthem that could be used to progress storylines, to give new shine to new wrestlers, to give promo segments to current wrestlers who need their characters developed? And, you know, my camera really knew I was mad. It just said, you know what? You're too angry. I'm going to click off now. I'm going to drain my battery enough to be off. I hate my camera sometimes. I love my camera, actually, I do. But it knows me. Look, I got to say this. This 17 minutes. 17 minutes. That was wrong. 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 I don't care who is the greatest wrestler that existed, appeared on there. You don't make 17 minutes of dead air. You don't. That 17 minutes you could have devoted on promos, on another match, on putting over more characters. You could have done more than just do 17 minutes for the network. Mind you, I understand why they did it. They need to make money. And the network is making the money. But come on. 5 minutes is enough. 5. Don't go and become worse than the WWE with their stupid... their network. I don't care about it. This makes me even want to hate this even more than the WWE network. Because that was stupid. But taking away from it, the show was actually pretty good, except for a couple of things we know that's going to happen in the future. Now, we're going to be getting braced for Impact tomorrow. I thought it was last week. I made the mistake. But this week, this Friday at 8, it's going to be on, and I'm going to see if I can do a review of that. So watch for that if I don't make a mistake and forget. I don't think I will. But have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.